Not really. A potion that turns sick people healthy and then into undead creatures. Not exactly a common thing or anything that Graham has ever heard of.
Anrakyn looks over.
All right.
Graham, if this merchant is peddling these vials, we need to stop him.
He would have them from some place.
Yes.
Or someone who's distributing them.
If he needs to be stopped, then we need to track down the source. This is...
Yeah, well, I met him in Freedom Sold. He wasn't really peddling them openly, but he was... Well, he saw my horse, first of all, and suggested a, miracle cure, as he put it, and, well, my two friends were quite sick as well with this rain and such, and we figured... He shrugs.
Nods.
Miracle cures are...
Do you have a name or a description of this individual?
I can't say I have a name. In my description, he was a sort of hooded individual, a brown hood. I did see some graying hair, maybe. I would think that he might have been more on the older side, but human, I think. Might have been an elf. Definitely not a dwarf or one of the lizard... Tenelum.
Nods. Very well. And he sold you this where, more exactly?
Well, he met us on the road, basically. We took a small break, trying to decide which tavern to spend the night on. Or in, rather. And he saw a horse looking sickly, and she is the only horse we have, and she has served us well. Losing her would have been terrible, and... Well, I suppose I could maybe point out the street corner, but I doubt you'd still find him there.
Any information where you saw him would be appreciated.
Well, he certainly approached us, and we didn't approach him, so...
I'm sure such a miracle man will leave a trail behind him.
I would think so, if he sells more of these cures. He sort of looks around.
Follow the undead, I suppose.
Well, that
Regardless.
should help you recover. Don't remove those bandages for a few days.
Yeah, Graham looks to him and says, say, where do you hail from?
I'd like to say that I hail from everywhere under the stars, but that I don't think I'm going with that. Originally, I'm from the northeast of this island here, far away, where my proper people live, you know? I think you know where I'm talking from. I believe I've heard your name spoken at least a couple times.
She looks around. Some there would cheer to it for what I've done. Now, he says, my Ederling can carry a few things, so if you would pick out whatever you would most like to keep, and he can carry it with you to Lone Bridge, where you can have it to facilitate your travel further.
Well, the stuff I was carrying was mostly this preserved meat, so carry as much as you can.
I'm sure. Like he'll point out like some barrels or something that's not broken that the Ederling can easily like pick up.
Yeah, sure.
And
Jax will
walk around with.
And how much meat / gold will that be?
Well...
Notepad.
The Ederling is just keeping it for the guy, so that he will have something to continue on with, or something to sell or whatnot.
Sure, but we got to pick as well, right?
I'm certainly not going to go like try and market and sell the damn meat. Like that's what Anrakyn wants to do.
Yeah, it is certainly merchandise, but definitely not the most valuable one. And making proper money from it would be a venture, to say the least.
Okay.
Graham just wants to carry some with it, so that this guy can get some help. And since he has an undead minion who doesn't sort of bother about being overloaded with like sacks and a barrel it can hold, Seems like a good gesture to do to this man who shares some of his values. You heard his god being mentioned there, so, you know.
Yeah, the Merrick, as he's introduced himself, is very grateful and very talkative. As he'll kind of guide you around, picking out the healthiest looking barrels, picking out some maybe personal belongings from the wagon, but it was mostly just barrels full of meat. Rather tasty looking meat, but meat.
Yeah, Edeling will take it. Maybe Graham will take like a sack. He doesn't want to be encumbered too much, though. That's why he has the Edeling with him. He carries the stuff. He can load as much in that thing as it can carry, and then we'll go. Probably leaving most of the stuff here. We can't carry anything near what a wagon could.
Gil is gonna ask also Zax to be careful and never rush into combat like that again. Our whole purpose here is to protect you. If you go ahead and kill yourself, that really endangers our very mission.
He looks offended for more than maybe just a split second. About to maybe give a remark or a response, but then just squeezes shut his teeth essentially and just nods. Although after a moment he does say, I did live in the wild for many decades, you know, but point taken.
I believe what you did was honorable. It is not a great man who stands behind others and waits for them to die before engaging in the fight himself.
Honor is not gonna keep you alive, though.
But if you have none, then what's the point?
Let's see. You can move yourself back to the road if you're traveling there. So like this map maybe.
It seems like we'd rather travel the road than like the middle of the forest.
Yeah, well, yeah. Makes sense.
These roads are way dangerous, more dangerous than I thought.
Well, we did not take the big one for some reason. So.
I guess.
You are back.
Little backwards road.
This is
no,
the big one.
You are back on the paved proper cobblestone road.
Oh.
But yeah,
this is totally a
nobody
paved,
ever
proper
said it's perfectly
cobblestone
safe.
road. Look at how paved and cobblestone it is.
Creative freedom, all right.
Yes, the creative freedom to build a hideout next to the body of water.
Well,
That's different. Giving you a road right now.
I'll take a little recover, actually. Just top me off. You never know what you're going to find. I would turn into a zombie if I actually was okay with looking like that all the time.
Oh god, industrialization.
this is a very weird road we're walking on.
They've just upgraded the roads in like the city nearby.
At
Road
this
is
point-
questioning itself.
At this point, you basically just entered the Fenwood proper. Basically just the little outcropping going past Lonebridge, but half a day's travel, you would be at Lonebridge. And there's nothing really going to oppose you on that particular track. Just to give you a quick description, maybe a quick summary of Lonebridge. It's the city with a single road and a single bridge. The only bridge leading into the deeper parts of the Fenwood and towards Myerton. Attempts to build a different bridge at any other point, thoroughly frowned upon by the Wilders living there. And the Wilders in this particular part care little about the words order and progress and infrastructure and trade and all those things. For the Wilder who lived in the area of Lonebridge back when it was founded, however, the promises of riches, fame, and influence and such by an enterprising human actually were just too convincing, and he did agree to give up his land in exchange for regular tribute from the bridge's operation. And boy, the tributes had got him, whoever he might be. Nobody really interacts with him in any part apart from a few chosen ones who actually deliver the rewards from his contract, essentially. The part about the single bridge is definitely true, but single road is just poetic freedom. It is true that it has one rather massive paved road going through its center, but it has plenty of crowded side streets and dark alleyways lined with taverns, inns, and places of entertainment of any kind, really. Traveling to Myton? Well, celebrate your decision to get rich in a gambling hall. Maybe you'll even get rich before you get to Myton. Are you coming from Myton, having earned vast wealth? Well, celebrate your richness by doubling, no tripling it. How could anyone not want to do that? Lonebridge is also where many of the workers of Myton's families live. Most people aren't quite oblivious and naive. They know that Myton is brutal, but it's honest in a sense. You can get rich. In fact, if you survive, you will get rich in Myton. And many of the employers in Myton aren't completely heartless either. If you agree to a lower wage than usual, some of the money that is supposed to go into your savings account can also get sent to Lonebridge, to your family you might have there. Assuming no accidents, it's pretty stable living for an entire family, with eventual rather significant payout even. Quite tempting for most. And that is Lonebridge.
Speaking of money, I do believe we reached a halfway point for our journey where we were supposed to be given half of our money.
Yes.
Right into Gambling Town, yeah.
Ah,
Jax will lead you into Lonebridge. And he did say that he knows a place where he can stay. Getting a room in Lonebridge isn't really as difficult as he might have implied, but getting a cheap room, now that's a whole different story. Most of the taverns here are complete rip-offs. There are traders and such going to Myton, and those, of course, need to stay somewhere, and it usually takes a little bit to get the permission to actually cross the bridge. So taverns are making mad bucks, essentially. Jax, however, knows a place. Pretty much as soon as you enter the town with its towering wooden, almost tower-like structures. Yes, good job, me. Wooden buildings with only thin alleyways and side streets going through them, or rather, next to them. Not really great at this whole explaining thing. Anyways, Jax basically takes the first side street coming into Myton, Lonebridge, sorry, and leads you to a small, rather, run-down tavern inn-looking structure, where he has a small conversation with the barkeep and most likely owner of the place. It's a short conversation. Afterwards, the barkeep essentially waves you through to a set of rooms, where Jax will indeed hand out the promised money, at least for this part of the trip.
All right.
To the incredibly
that's
generous
300 extra
sum
gold?
of...
Yes, it would be 25 gold pieces each.
Woohoo!
And 68 is from the mercenaries.
Yep.
I suppose.
If we split the bag, that's 68 more.
Are we splitting the bag?
If you
why
want
not?
to. Alright, we
Are
split
you
it.
hiding them?
It's funny. Yeah,
No,
we're in Gambling
no,
Town.
it's in
Maybe
my-
someone wants to go gambling.
It's in Anrakyn's backpack.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. Good.
and we can all overpower his weak, feeble body. Give us the fucking money!
His wealth is exuberant.
The money is mine, you fools! And then it runs away. Ah,
Kill everyone. I can live like a king.
okay.
Everything on black.
Jax will say at this point that he's probably going to need maybe a day or two to organize travel over the bridge. On the other hand, considering that he didn't really expect to have this, this whole thing with the vial and that he wants to go to Myton having known, he is considering just bypassing the bridge entirely, which would be a dangerous adventure to say the least. On the other hand, he has lived in the Fenwood for decades. It's not that bad, really.
Well, he's the man who's paying us, so if whatever route he wants to take to get to Myton.
Also, gonna give that Oryxon his barrel of meats. and whatever I could carry and send him on his way to, to get back, I suppose.
Yeah, he will say that he'll try to sell these meats to some of the taverns here. He should have no problem because this meat is amazing, and you make sure that you keep a good chunk of it. That's the least he can do.
Well, I don't
Try to
really
get
need
a wagon or something and just make his way home, really.
Well, good luck to him.
Good.
Gil will say a prayer for him.
Yes, our thoughts and prayers go with you.
And I believe at this point we'll end the session.
All right.
Yes,
Wait.
we did a lot of things.
Which means that before we disperse into whatever winds of life there might be, relationship roles. Which may or may not come into play before next session or during next session.
Okay, a 6.
A 6 with whom?
The artist.
Okay. Oh god.
Look at that.
My heroic positive icon.
So
Got
many.
a 6 with the Jarl.
That's right. Gil-Galad got a 6 and 5 with the Elf King. Dimezz got 2 conflicted with the Outsiders. Alright, come on, nothing. Come on, nothing for me. I like it when I get nothing. Yeah! Don't have to worry
What's
about
the
fancy
chance?
at all.
You used your love for the
Yeah, you did get it. Like, it was signing from the sky and everything.
Love from
It
the
was pretty
Oracle.
awesome.
Oracle love. I mean, apparently she married a couple and like another dude and a lady here, and she gets married a lot.
Hashtag
these were
Oracle love.
Graham has gathered. Or like
Do you keep
open
a list
marriages
some-
these kids have. Maybe she just means something different with marriage,
Possible. I mean, it's not how the high elves do it, but yeah, sure.
Anyway, I don't have to worry about anything. Woo! Good days.
Yeah, if you have any ideas on how you would like to apply your icon relationship die, do poke me essentially and suggest things. Otherwise, I will try to make use of all of them essentially, in whatever way I see fit.
So
There's
when
lots
we
of
roll
people
these
here.
icon relationship dice now, what exactly is happening? Like
So
to see
something
how our
cool.
relationship with that person changes.
no, it doesn't change. This just means icon relationship die represent how much leverage you have on your relation to that person and how much you can make use of that. Rolling a 5 or 6 will always be beneficial in some way or another. A 6 is beneficial without strings attached, a 5 has strings attached. So
It's
rolling...
like-
Yeah?
I'm just trying to think of an example, but sorry, I interrupted.
Basically, it's a metagame currency that allows you, in a sense, to argue that maybe your connection to that organization gives you an advantage somehow. It also allows me to have things happen to you coming from that particular organization. It also allows me to decide which character I think I should focus the next session on, if there's a focus for that session. So if someone rolled like triple 6s with all their icons ever, then chances are that next session might focus on that character's particular story.
Say you roll 2 6s with the outsider, which means that in this town there are probably some people who associate with the outsider, some outsiders, people studying the slime, whatnot. And they might have propositions for you, or they might have heard about you and be like, oh, you're a pretty cool guy, or they might be interested in something you're doing, or you might be interested in something they're doing and they might be willing to share it with you. Like, there are many different options, but in some way, that 6% that next session, or between these 2 sessions, something nice is going to happen to you. That is associated with the outsider, because he likes you.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, if it's conflicted, then because either he likes, some of his people like you, some of his people don't. Maybe someone's trying to do something against him and wants you on their side, or someone within the organization wants to do something that, maybe there are other people who agree with you in your relationship, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of conflicted dice, man.
Yeah,
Some drama all over the place.
in my profession, people aren't really disposed to like me.
That's every stuff.
I would say that sometime, but it's actually not true at all. I'm very popular.
Grump.
Gil-Galad doesn't like the wilders. Oh, poor Jax.
No.
Well, he's not really one anymore. Also,
He's trying so
one
hard
last
to
thing
win.
that may or may not be important. The book very much suggests that level 1 is boring, and I agree. So welcome to level 2.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
okay.
All right.
Power
That
up.
also means full heal up then, yeah?
Yes, full heal up. I forgot to mention
Now,
that
when you
as
get a
well.
full heal up, that also replenishes your recoveries, right?
Yes, everything.
Yes.
Even death saves.
Ta-da.
Now, do you ever replenish recoveries at a time that's not a full heal up?
Not
Don't
usually,
think
to
so.
say. Not usually.
Okay.
No.
Unless there's like a super special fountain of youth that might give you recoveries or something.
Ah, the super special fountain of youth, yes.
We must find that.
I've heard of this
immediately.
place. It's a good place. Let's see here. Alright, now let's start with +1 to everything.
Now, there is no rolling for HP or anything like that here. Is there anything we have to roll for or anything like that?
I don't think there is.
Let's see. The spells. Okay, that's yeah. Don't think there is any. But we do get plus level in a bunch of stuff, so that's a thing. Nice. But it was quite eventful.
The plus level is that's just on your attack roll. That's not damage, right?
Yes.
So all our defenses, which is
The damage for like basic attacks and such does go up, but it's not added. It's the number of dice you roll essentially. So if a basic melee attack would be level times d8, for example, plus strength. But for example, for your Ray of Frost, that doesn't increase because it doesn't say it does.
But I do get the 2-hit bonus.
Yes, you do get the 2 hit.
Yeah.
But a basic attack would be like this, essentially. Let me... Eric's gone.
you do get more miss damage though. So
Yes.
I guess so.
it's a thing.
Oh, we do get feats in every level.
Yeah, you get feats in every level.
Oh, feats.
Another first level spells, but now I can only pick useless ones.
I had very interesting in mind, actually. Let's see. Yes.
Right, there we go with that. And defeat. What do I do with that?
I'm kind of tempted to take the resistance to negative energy and poison because there's been a lot of that.
You know, yeah, we
this
kind of met
session.
that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about that too.
Especially with the promise of what's there in Meyerton.
Yeah.
This whole,
Yeah,
like,
lots
undead
of
people
poison,
thing.
dead things. It seems
Mm.
like it'd be useful, and I kind of wanted to
Okay.
champion feat at some point too. So
I mean,
Yeah.
worst case, you can swap out your feats, like, in between full heal up, so, you
we
can
go
do
to land of purity. We can.
The land of purity.
Keep it away.
That sounds good. Let's
Yeah,
take that
I
as
think
a,
I'll
as
take
a
that
feat.
feat.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Let's become a little more dead.
Yes.
It's one way to go.
I'm immune to non-magical
It
negative energy.
is the only way to go, my friend.
Right.
What? Why does everyone keep looking at me like that?
Well, I don't know, murderer in the night.
I'm not Murderer.
That never
Pish
happens.
posh.
Snapper.
She
You know-
died. She froze to death in the cold.
Anrakyn the Life Stealer.
Yeah, you know, it's that or soul render.
I like Soul Render.
The
She
horror
was
smith.
she was a terrible person that would betray us and come back to try to kill us. She, no one misses her.
Yeah, certainly.
I mean, it's like you have
I
to
love
duel
I
them
love
if
how
want
you
to kill
changed
them.
from like I'm not a murderer to now rationalizing and justifying it. Hey,
I as a player am rationalizing it. Anrakyn is as a person is certainly not viewing himself as a murderer. Hey,
I'm
she had to die.
touched by the suffering of the innocent.
No, she was. It was more like, this is gonna be a problem for us later on. Let's just have her go away.
I as a player get it, but Fancy will never understand.
This fancy will never understand.
Never.
It was to Anrakyn it was the
you-
most to Anrakyn it was the most just rational way of doing it. It's just, get rid of her.
I can't.
I mean, she was inconvenient. What do you do?
She was also a criminal and a kidnapper and a murderer and trying to kill us and
You know, just these things.
I have
Yeah.
done all those things.
Yeah, but for
I've
good
stolen
reasons,
and
right?
killed.
She had
Yeah,
good
of
reasons
course.
too. She might have like 8 children that she needs to feed or something. Like
Well,
you never
not-
bothered to care.
not anymore. She doesn't.
She has a sister. She has a sister who's married.
Oh, she could take care of the kids.
Don't give me that.
How callous you are.
Well, I'm kind of dead, so.
Think of the people she would have killed if she was to live any longer.
Think of the people she could have saved by a twist of redemption.
Right, but that would
She
never
didn't.
happen.
She didn't twist in.
It will
time
never
for the death
happen
knell.
because no one ever cared enough.
Nah, she got a few hours to
I
change
think
the
she
rest,
didn't
but-
care enough.
I have a question about leveling. It says on the book, it's like benefits of leveling up. It says an additional die of damage from the weapon attacks. Is that just my basic attacks or my powers that are attacks as well?
Your powers generally use your basic attacks.
Your power uses your weapon die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your weapon die goes up basically.
So, what do you guys think would be most useful for us? Channel life, where I sap the life out of a random nearby creature to heal someone, which can certainly hit allies as well. You don't get drained that much, but yep. Or terror, which is a daily spell. The other one is a combat spell, like an encounter spell.
I don't know. Go for the terror.
Yeah. But,
I mean, that's
but
the one
the-
I took because
but
it
the
does something when I
HP
fail to hit with it.
Yeah, but
so.
the HP limits it.
50 is more than any of us have.
I think that horse was like over 50, right?
Probably.
Boss
Yeah.
had a lot. Yes.
Yes, the zombies are, however, their balancing thing is that they're pretty damn easy to hit.
I guess. I'm thinking for something big that I want to use it on, it'd probably be healthy enough to resist it.
Nah. And even if it is, then it could just be weakened, and then you fill it with fear.
I suppose. Sure, let's go with terror. No one wants to. But I am Anrakyn the Life Stealer. I mean, I need to.
Not
I
my
don't want my
life.
life stolen, dude.
What? I mean, I'm
Like
just.
pass.
Every
really.
point you damage me with that thing, I will
I'm-
punch you for 2.
I'm loaning it. You know, I'm just redistributing the wealth.
I'm not a life communist.
Anrakyn Solace, life communist.
Taking life from those who have a lot of it.
So
And give it to those who
congratulations to
don't.
everyone for surviving to the first session. It was touch and
Yes, I went down, but you know, I'm looking forward and got like a little more hit points and 1 more AC now. So yeah,
That was kind of scary, actually. Like, at some point, I was like,
Well,
things are really going bad here.
I wasn't too worried about him going down. I was more worried about like the halfling's body being
Yep.
eaten. Like,
I saw that happening. I was like, I can't do anything. That's
That ongoing, yeah.
so now we resisted. You know, no.
Thankfully, everything.
And you're
came
like,
out.
will you just fucking succeed on a goddamn roll?
no, I can't.
Oh, it's difficult. No.
No.
That's a good recovery.
What that was, it does say for my dice it's 1d8 times level. Does that mean 2d8 or 1d8 times
2d8.
2? Oh, okay, I'll change it then.
I don't know that it does a huge difference, but this way it becomes... If you did it times something, you would be very, very variable. While with multiple d8s, you're more averaging.
More average, yeah.
Which is generally in your benefit, I think.
That was a max recovery, though, that 19.
Do we get any extra points on backgrounds or anything like that?
No.
You don't get any more background things unless you take the further backgrounding feats, which are general feats in the core rulebook. Like, you don't get any more skill points, as it were. That's simulated by you adding your level to your skill checks.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
So you basically get better at everything. Like even like rowing a boat or navigating with the stars, which you have never done ever. You do better now.
I
Can I
have
be
to
allowed
change.
to edit my initiative?
Yeah, we'll have to make our own little thing at some point during the week and do that. Cause...
I have to change my love die to something else now, the outsider. Whenever I level up, the die has to change.
I have loved enough. It's time for something else.
Maybe you
I'm
inspired
leaving the outsider behind.
you inspired this merchant we met to have more love in his life. To
You sure did.
do like a you could do with the Jarl, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, my little skeleton dude also levels up.
Okay, let's see. So extra spells.
Yes, little skeletal dude.
So how do you feel, Sheep?
I feel pretty good about how things went.
I'm gonna have some bad news right now.
Makes it rough.
You know, not talking about the quality, just that I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And that's why we're all here, really.
Yep, I'm here so Sheep enjoys it.
Yeah, I mean that's that's what I said.
It's part of it, yeah.
That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
I care about you, Sheep.
Oh.
More so than that backstabbing murderer Jonas.
Oh man.
That's a lie. You
You're
know
letting
it.
that one go.
You're dead to me now, Jonas. Dead.
I
Not even sort of dead.
like find out later that like it's the one NPC in Grimith's 20-page backstory whom he had forgotten in his past and was going to learn his character through.
So,
Yes.
my powers that I can choose from are both kind of lame, actually. One of them is basically add my strength damage also, which I don't have a strength modifier. And the other one requires a light, or not a light, a small bladed weapon, which I don't have.
Well, maybe you can actually use some small bladed weapons instead of throwing axes.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can sneak attack with that, right?
Yeah, yes. If the natural attack roll is even, one of your allies is engaged with the target.
You can like sneak attack
I can sneak.
with a throwing weapon. Think about that, chick. Sneak attack with a
Pick
throwing
up some
weapon.
daggers off of
God,
anywhere,
right?
really.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure they lie all over the ground, basically, because of all the bar fights people get into where they throw knives at each other.
I mean, yeah, the D4 dagger isn't as sexy as the D6, axe, but sneak
true.
attack.
It's true.
Make it terror micro. Stupid spell. We're never gonna use it. You know.
I'm never gonna terrorize someone.
No, I wouldn't.
You say that, but
More like I can't.
Oh no, you're doing a pretty nice job without using a terror spell.
I suppose that's true. Oh, that's sweet.
that's sweet. Okay. Interesting.
Glad you see it that way.
I have this swashbuckle talent, but I haven't needed to use it yet. It's going to be fun, though.
Oh, it's not a matter of needing.
Needing, true, I guess. I haven't, not that I haven't needed to, but I haven't come up with a good, fun thing.
Well, you could have swashbuckled down that tree, for example.
I could have.
Jumped down
But
to stab the spider.
Gravity did it for me.
Yeah. Let's see. Terror. There we go. So bad.
So I have an extra healing this time. Cure wounds.
You have max damage, so see.
Yay, cure wounds. It's a
Daily
recharge.
healing.
Yeah, it's a recharge 16, not a daily.
I think it becomes that later.
It's not. It is a daily healing. Yeah, it becomes later.
Button to
Yeah.
Level it up.
Becomes level. Well, a 16 plus is pretty much a daily after all. Yeah.
Did you have the Spirit of the Righteous?
Actually, I did. I never really made a macro for it, so I never really thought about it.
Well, you know, the
Alright.
46 holy damage and
It's
granting someone a bonus
smashing
to
those
survive.
skeletons and zombies, yeah. That's not bad, huh? I'd say.
Yeah.
Should be
But,
able to,
you know,
wham, once per battle.
Straight. I used 50 gold pieces worth of healing potion on Manaki right there. You could have prevented it.
Saved me.
I can pay you back, I guess. Well,
Just like
Yeah.
Kate.
Maybe back. No, it was a free healing potion we got from the mercenary leader lady.
there you go. I mean, I can pay you back with, 3 healing.
She froze to death. It was very sad.
You're not helping, Jonas.
What? It was. I cried.
You put down the shovel, Jonas. Keep digging, it's raining outside.
I mean, this horse is already zombie. Let's not beat it any longer.
For a second, I was confused, and I'm like, why is this spider thing fighting the zombie thing? Is this guy a necromancer too? Oh, son of a bitch!
I got it immediately. Like, yeah, okay, they turned into zombies. They drank some shit and turned into zombies. Whenever I think of things that necromancers have made you can drink, it's,
It's bad.
get enslaved. That's what
Yeah,
happens.
don't drink it.
I've learned. I've been there.
I guess that is why that would spring up to your mind first and
I've
foremost,
been there.
Manaki.
I know what happens. I don't
Here,
want to
drink
drink
this.
necromancer shit. Don't fucking do it.
No.
I really don't ever do it. Don't drink anything. Never. No. Graham doesn't ever drink.
Grim never drinks, no.
No, he doesn't need to. He doesn't have to.
That's right, doesn't
You
have
can't
to.
make me.
Whenever he moves something towards his lips, like, no, I really shouldn't.
And
This is not safe.
the problem is that Fancy's like, no, but I fed you that potion.
My God!
Regurgitate quickly.
Luckily now I'm immune to poison, so it helps a
Oh.
little bit.
Oh.
Got knocked a little closer to death. Well, towards final death, I suppose.
How close exactly do you want to
Close enough to hug it.
It is like an integer. I have been so close that I've now begun going away from it on the other side.
Oh my god.
You are kissing death, and you feel your lips sort of growing numb. Yes, that is the sensation.
Oh, the sweet kiss.
Yes.
This guys.
You too. Like, what the fuck?
The cold darkness. Let's
Yes,
find
Edling, embrace him.
let's find a shady corner where we can sit and be menacing.
You necromancers need that, do you?
You need to lighten up, man.
Maybe
Exchange notes.
Maybe that dark night in the rain, Graham felt a little bit of warmth over him suddenly, and then it was gone, and he didn't understand what it was.
It's a life force. I took a breath.
Yeah, for a second, it's like, what was odd.
Lungs filled with fresh air for just a moment.
Yeah, I felt
was
so
horrible.
alive. I want to feel like this again. And Anrakyn is like, it can happen again, Graham. But first,
Flying blade to
sacrifices
the
has
throat.
to be made.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. Dimezz, go back to sleep. Oh.
If you look at the halfling, the price, yes.
There is a price for such life, Graham, the Lord of Grief.
Such endless power.
And to necromancer just
Look at those
cackle.
rolls, Jake.
I'm just rolling well. These aren't like.
Flying blade. Wait, the psychic damage on the flying blade?
Did I?
Damn,
No,
man,
so
that's
physical. I'm
No,
tired.
physical.
Yeah, yeah,
Crazy.
yes, yes.
It says physical, not psychic.
Pretty sure it does.
I'm just rolling well, Manaki.
Yeah.
I was
That's
hoping
what I'm
it was
saying.
like-
You're wasting all your good rolls.
I was hoping
Yeah.
it was
Well,
like
it's
a
under
mind
session
dagger.
anyway.
Jonas is drunk.
No, I'm just tired.
Remember that you get one more d6 on your recovery, Jonas.
Oh yes.
Recovery dice.
A
also
whole
gets,
2d6
Mm.
now.
I mean, it's like double, right?
The power I now hold.
The power.
The power. Oh, I don't even want to try that.
Never again.
I really wish I could do the what dude's laugh from Diablo 3. He has the best laugh in history. The evil,
In all of history.
He like it's fucking amazing. It's the Lich dude who helped rebuild that game.
Oh. So yeah,
It's like the
the end.
voice I wish I had, you know.
Done.
That's
And we're gonna probably run across the border.
Across the
Getting
um,
ready for the
into
border.
the famed land of Myatin.
I don't know about Jake, but I don't feel comfortable doing that.
No.
No.
Not particularly.
Oh, we don't want to go into the drug-filled place
I don't want to cross the border
You know-
illegally.
of cartels and oil,
Oils
Mhm.
and cartels.
eel oil.
Eel oil
Well, you
drug.
mentioned oil. America's pretty interested in that.
Yeah, but you know,
All that oil money.
Salt and Cool. Oh, what is it? What's his name? Yes, I remember now.
Salty and cool.
Salty O'Toole.
Like
What's his name?
Irish.
Why you
Salty is a pretty good first name, though.
Yeah.
Or sultry.
Now you're overthinking it.
Yeah.
This is like the best evil voice in the world.
In the Lost World.
Ba-na-na.
It's not the best because it has voice enhancement. It's not all natural.
I've heard him. I've heard him on what do you call them? I'm very tired now. Conferences, no. Convents, no.
Conventions?
Conventions, yes. Thank you. I've heard him on conventions, and there's not
I'll-
much they've done to his voice. Like except the
I'll
echo.
settle for Paul Darrow.
Paul Darrow's pretty good.
If
He has such loathing and menace.
if I could have a voice, I would have like the John Arbennicus
Yes,
voice, and I would always play a character that
that you could
That
use
fit,
that voice
great,
it to the
yeah.
fullest with. Yeah,
you don't even understand what I'm doing to you.
that's what I said to the woman before I strangled her tonight.
You're
Everyone looks at you.
Did I say that out loud again? God damn it.
Like, that's. I mean, that's bad. That's worse than I've ever done.
I might take this strong recovery feat.
Must I be interrupted at every turn?
Not terrible.
Well, I don't know what else, like, I could make it so that if I crit with Flying Blade, it dazes them. But,
It's not very likely. Strong recovery, I think, is good. Sort of just while you're waiting to get other stuff.
yeah.
No.
And
But
now,
then again,
also, am I allowed to,
improved
like,
initiative is
swap
pretty
out?
good.
Yeah, I could, but that seems very stereotypical.
So long as you're going to tell so long as you inform the GM in advance, after every full heal up, you're allowed to swap around your feats. Like, the game expects you that you're going to, like over the course of the game, like, prioritize different powers and spells as you're trying new things and think that you like it or don't.
Now, am I ever allowed to change out powers? Because it, like, with my level up, like, table, basically, at 3rd level, I gain, like, the 3rd level power pool, but I don't gain any new powers.
You're allowed to reselect your powers whenever you gain a level.
Okay.
So yes, you can indeed get them.
Yeah, okay. Sick.
It's cool 3rd level powers.
Cool.
Like,
3rd level.
Bleeding strike.
Well, we all know what the best one is, and that's of course Circle of Death. Yes, yes.
Ghoul form, that's the real shit.
The avatar that I have right now, I'll actually show you the artwork since this came up. In the 13th Age game I play on occasion, I use Circle of Death in that, and one of the players is an artist, and she had a request from the chat to draw my character when he was invoking the Circle of Death. Or as he calls it, the Crimson Wind of Shadowhold.
That is the indeed what I would imagine you looking like as a necromancer. That's,
It's fashionable.
He's wearing a hoodie.
well, I mean, necromancy, right?
Man, that's dangerous.
Yes, but it's so glorious.
Yeah, that's not something I'm gonna do. But yeah, okay, I'd blow myself up with that.
No, you wouldn't if you hit all of your allies, which
I would miss all of them though.
That's
Then like
in your case, yes.
number of allies, d6 is to damage.
Just slam
Well,
your
you-
staff down. It's like,
Well, you'd only
Half of
take
it.
half the damage, yeah.
Still, it seems like not a good spell for someone who can't hit with it.
Oh,
Ghoul form though, that's the real shit. Look at that thing. Beautiful.
the gate of death.
And again, I've waited extra level to get it. So.
I mean, the bones beneath is just hilarious, of course. I just love it.
Negative energy shield in the ghoul form.
Yes, Circle of Death is a beloved spell of mine.
It is so
Summon
cool.
horror. Summon horror is pretty good too. Make ghouls. Or a ghoul, I suppose.
Both of you should get speak with dead. Totally.
Talk to all the dead people.
Yes.
Greetings.
They probably have very dull things to say.
Yeah, most people they're dead. They don't really.
Well, you'd be prompting them, like you're not having like a real chat with them. You're
You
like
know-
asking them yes or
I'd
no questions.
rather prepare that
If-
than terror for me.
If I
so.
if I cast
No,
that
maybe I'll
as a
have a spell
ritual,
slot.
if I cast that as a ritual, maybe we can give Ederling a voice.
I suffer endless pain.
he just
Why
starts
won't you let
screaming.
me
Ritual.
rest,
He just
Graham?
starts screaming endlessly, like.
Graham's like, that's quite enough.
Let's not. Good joke, Ederling.
Yeah, good ghost sound. Yeah, that was pretty
And
cool.
now everyone's
Yeah.
frowning at Graham, like,
There we go. Oh, I knocked over a candle. Oops.
oh, he burned to death. Oh well.
He's perfectly happy as it is. Say you're happy, Ederling. Like nods.
Not
Right.
I knew you were happy. I knew it.
Knew it. Our only friend. Will never leave me.
We will be together.
Never. I can't. Never.
Command you never to. Never leave me.
We having a session next Friday, God?
I don't
All
see
right,
why not.
Just wanted to make sure.
Well,
Look forward to level 3.
yes. And the
Next
power.
session.
10 session
Fucking,
campaign.
fucking greedy people always
Probably
looking
not.
for like the things you can't have.
We are adventurers. It is in our blood.
I'm heavy with this level. As a melee
Happy.
character, I get something cool every level. More dice. More dice are good.
I suppose this
HP.
is the end of the stream and the recording. So thank you for watching, people, and we will see you next week for more 13th Age.
We sure will.
Yeah. Bye.